Sorry, my machine was suddenly switched off because of a heavy workload for that machine. It was heated up and shut down. So I will start again. Hope you can see me now. So I was in editing the sketch plane. So you have to make sure your children will not collapse when you do this editing. Now I will look at how to use this instant 3D tool in SolidWorks. So we may have used this one previously also. How to use this tool and change your extrusion heights. So I will get the model. Chapter 9. So I will open this model 911. Now if someone wants to change the height of this, we can click on this. So when you click on this, you will get this the handle. So you can use that handle and use this ruler. You can see this snap into the ruler and change the value of the model. So this will not work if you haven't clicked on this. Now if you untick this button, instant 2D button, this won't appear. Uh, so it's refresh. Uh, Still work. Instant. This button should be on. Otherwise, it will not work. So if you just click on this, you can see how it changes. Even this position, I can change it from this after you delete in this condition. So you can check it here and there. Say I will do it again. This button should be on instant 2D. Instant 3D actually. Instant 3D button should be on. Now this says instant 2D. This button should be on. If this button is off, you can't get that tools. So if you this is on, you can get the tools here. So if you turn this off, you can't get that flexible tools. And click on these things, we can change the size. See this symmetric equal sizes, so it can change. So if you click on if you try to drag it, it says delete this relation. So its center is fixed. We will delete that relation, then we can take it here and there. And those kind of editing can be done. And if you want, you can rotate this model even. So if you want to rotate the model, there's a pie here. So right click on the pie and get the rotate handles. So you right click on this small pie here, get the rotate handle, and we can rotate the model this way also. So there is lot of flexibility with this instant 3D button. One is you can change the height quickly, or you can change what the width or the length, or else you can change the position quickly. And if you want, you can even rotate the model from this right click. So you have a handle here, just rotate. So this button is normally on. So make sure this is on when it comes to editing. So we will look at how to copy the things, copy the features in SolidWorks. So if you want another one like this, somewhere here, how can I get it? So we have copy tools available. Easiest one is we have the move tool also. So if you just click on this, and if you try to drag it and put it here, and you have to delete the relations here, this is possible. So what I did was I click on this and drag it and put it here. So if you want to get a copy, you just need to press the control key. Press the control key and press this one. Click on this and get a copy. So it's really easy. So if I just do it from the beginning. Now I want to move this feature here. So you can just click here and drag it to this side. Once you do that, there are external relations. So you may have given dimensions from the edges. So you have to delete them. Then you can move it. But if you want to get a copy, just press the control key and get a copy like this. Even the base extrusion, I can get a copy. Say, I will delete that. You can see it's taken. So I can get a lot of copies from this tool. So I hope you understand. Press the control key and get a copy. Otherwise, just drag and drop. It will move the feature. Now this was happened within the document. If you want, you can copy this feature to a new document. So if you want, you can take this part to another file. So I will open another file. This one. Now I want that that tower kind of a shape to be copied to this new model. So I have to put that here. So how can I do it? It's between the files. So when you want to do it between the files, you have to divide the screen into two. So divide the screen into two. How can I divide the screen into two? If you have two monitors, there is no problem. If you have a single monitor, you have to divide the SolidWorks screen into two. So there's a tool available here. In a lot of softwares, you have this tool. You have window tool here. You can tile vertical or horizontal. If I tile vertically, you can get the two files separately in the same screen. Okay, so I use this window tool here and tile vertical. So now I want to copy this feature to this node. So what can we do? We can just select the feature from this tree and put it. Don't need to press the control key, just put it. Delete the relations and put it. Even this one, you don't need to press the control key, just put it. This feature can be put to this side. So you have to delete the relations and put it this. So you can easily copy between the files also. Just try these things and check whether you are comfortable. So if you know these editing methods, you can quickly edit your models. So everyone knows how to delete the feature at the moment. So we have deleting bodies. The bodies also can be deleted. Suppressing tool we have discussed. Unsuppressing also we have discussed how to hide the bodies. Now we will look at this one, moving copying bodies. So this is really interesting tool. So I will just show you how it works. So I'll open this one. Now this is a single body in SolidWorks. If you want to copy the bodies, you want to have multiple bodies of this as a pattern, we can use this direct editing methods. We have this move copy tool. So we have discussed fillet, chamfer, linear pattern. These things we haven't discussed splitting combining tools. Deleting body also obvious, deleting face, those are not difficult to understand. We will look at how we use this move copy bodies. So I want to get a copy of this body. So we have a single body in this drawing. We have to move on to the go to this bottom option called translate rotate, and now if I want to have a copy of the body, say 2 copies, 3 copies can be done, taken in x direction, y direction or z direction. So we can just take the body copy like this, press OK. We have 4 bodies now as a linear pattern. So I will do this again. Now this is a single body drawing. You go to direct editing here. If you cannot find direct editing, you right click and get this tool on direct editing. Go to move copy bodies, and I want to copy 3 bodies of this, and in x, y and z direction all the directions can be applied. You have to make sure you are in this other mode, that is you cannot be in the normal make mode. You have to go to translate rotate mode, and you can just get something like this in x direction. So if you are interested in y direction also, in 3D manner we can get a copy. So these are the body copies. So you don't need to draw several objects, just use this move copy body tool. Get the body here and say I need this kind of an output. So here you can see these bodies are now connected with each other. Earlier it was a single body. So I got this combined tool is now not working because I have only single body. But if you try to get 2 bodies touching with each other, say I will get another body like this. These 2 bodies are now touching with each other. You can see the combine tool now starts to work. I hope you are following me. Any questions, let me know. So I applied the move copy tool, move copy body tool. Bodies are now touching with each other. When the bodies are touching with each other, this combine tool starts to work. This is like I hope you have heard about logic Boolean operations. So when you click on this set of Boolean operations are starting to work. So if you want, you can get the common intersection of these bodies. This is the common intersection. Okay. So this is another way of doing SolidWorks. So you can have several bodies, and you can apply. You can add them. Now, if you add these 2 bodies, it will become a single body. So you can see the splitting lines have disappeared. Earlier, you had these parting lines, splitting lines. Now, when you combine the 2 bodies, it becomes a single body. No middle lines, splitting lines. Or else you can subtract the bodies. Now, this without cutting the things, we can apply subtraction. Now, this is the main body. This is a tool to cut. So, what is the result? This is the result. So, you can apply these body operations, Boolean operations, and cut the things, get the common intersections, or add the bodies and get a single body. So, a lot of things can be done. But If your bodies are not touching with each other, say if the bodies are like this, now don't touch with each other. Uh, these combined tools will not work. Still the memory is there. Memory is there. That's why it shows the combined tool. Uh, Unable to create a single body. That is some of the so you don't you have to have a touch between these two bodies. Otherwise, these combined tools won't work. Since button is still working because the memory is still not cleared fully. That's why the button is still working. So you can draw several bodies and try to apply this cutting tool. So for an example, I will draw something here. So I will get an offset here. This can be also done. So I will just draw a sketch here. Now this may be my extrusion. So if I extrude this side and I cut this way, if I unmerge the result, what happens? I will form a body. Even though this is touching, this is a separate body according to SolidWorks theory because this is now unmerged. So I didn't merge it. So when you unmerge it, you have a separate body here, another body. So then if you go to direct editing, the Boolean tools can be used. So I can subtract. This is the main body. This is the tool. This is the main body. Subtract this one. They are not taking this as a solid body. Say we will take this out a little bit. Sorry. So I will do it again. Subtract main body. They will not do it. So I will try to draw this separately. We will do this way and show you how it works without merging. Now, if I try to combine, these are acting as two bodies. You can see the combined tool works. So that's how SolidWorks works. Now, if you delete it, I will take this extrusion second direction. Now it's going inside. So if you just look at the wireframe, it's going inside. Now if I just try to apply subtract tool we see whether it's working. It's still not working. You can see how it works. So I didn't use the cut tool. I used the combine subtraction tool. You can see how it works. So this is like AutoCAD 3D. AutoCAD, if you have heard about AutoCAD 3D, AutoCAD 3D uses these kind of Boolean tools to get the cutting operations. So SolidWorks also I can use that method. So if I just roll this up, you can see this is the part I have drawn going inside a little bit, and I remove the material from the Boolean operations. So you can see I should apply this unmerged tool. Otherwise, you can see these boundaries are not shown because this is going inside. If you merge it, what will happen? I have told this last week course. If you merge this, you can clearly see the boundaries. Now the combine tool will not work. Combine tool will have problems because this is a single body now. Okay. So remember those tools. Combine tool will not work for single bodies. It should have two bodies. Now it's not working. When you unmerge it, it's working. See how it works. Okay. So understand this tool is working only when you have more than one body. And this is another concept available in SolidWorks, that is sometimes the ordering is important. So you may have forgotten to draw something, always you can roll back and draw that part. Now I have forgotten to draw a hole here. Say I have drawn this kind of a tower here, but there is a hole inside here. So I forgot that thing. I can always roll back the model and draw your sketches there. Say I will cut a hole here, something like this. And I forgot to do that earlier. Don't, no worries. I can go back and do that design and come back. So suppose this is covered by this. So you can always go and do whatever the things you like and come back. Now this new operation is inside here. So always you can go roll back and roll forward the model and do the designs you like. So I forgot something here. So I can quickly go roll back the model, do the operations I want, and roll forward. So you can see how it works. So no need to worry if I forget something, but make sure you have the parent-child relation preserved, otherwise there will be problems. So if there is a parent needed for the child to survive, always you have to draw the parent first. So reordering can be done. You can go back and forward and do the things. And this is uh, how the shell tool works. Now you can draw, you can cut the materials and apply the shell, or shell the things and cut the holes. So there's a difference between shelling and cutting and shelling. So you can do these things and check whether you understood the concepts. That is, now this is you have drilled the holes and apply the shell. This is how it comes. So I will show you how with the model here. So the ordering is important in SolidWorks. That's what I want to tell. I need a few more minutes. I will quickly cover this chapter also. Now this method, this model. So here I have extruded the model, then cut it and cut patterns. Now when I try to apply a shell, say 1 mm for this surface preview, this is the outcome. So this is the outcome. I hope you understood. So shelling will remove the material. But what happens if I do the other way? What happens if I do the shell and cut the things? So if I do the shell here, say I will apply the shell here and try to cut it. Now this is the result. So I hope you understood. So shelling and cutting and shelling will give you different results. So this is cut and shell, this is shell and cut. So this is after we apply the shell. Cut is done first, then shell. This is shell and cut. So two different appearances coming. Be careful when you work with the shell tool. This problem may come when you apply fillets also with the shell. Shell and fillet or fillet and shell. So those things are important things to remember. Cut and shell or shell and cut. Okay. So this is about rolling back the model. I showed you how to roll back the model. And when you get these kind of errors in SolidWorks, please always read the things. Don't proceed with red areas. Always read the things. It says the fillet operation could not be completed because the fillet would cut into an interior edge. He will also suggest some solutions. Please reduce the radius. So normally when the fillet, if your model has a less thickness, if your fillet radius are too much, you will fail the model normally. So model will fail sometimes. So fillets should be have less thickness, less radius if the model is less thick. So if model is very thin model, you cannot have big radiuses in the fillets. So please remember those operations. If you have these kind of red areas, always correct them and go forward. Otherwise, there will be a lot of problems coming in the future. You will face a lot of problems. So that is all about the editing. So we You can try these tutorials at home. So we have done all the theories related to these tutorials. Uh, we can draw the solid model and apply the fillets, apply the shell, get these kind of shapes. And these models you can try at home. Try those things, and if you have any questions, let me know. So we have done this earlier. We can apply some cuts and get some ventilation holes to this model. So try these things at home. Next week I will start chapter 10. Chapter 10 talks about sweep operations. I may not do the tutorials in chapter 9, so you try at home, and any questions let me know. So we are going to discuss these kind of somewhat complex designs using the sweep tools and the other methods. So we will look at these tutorials next week. So we will meet next week. Any questions? Let me know uh, if you have any questions next week. Okay, we will stop for the class today.